Hi, welcome back to All Things Yah. I am Crystal. Here on this platform, I share a lot from the Apocrypha, rejected, and also the missing scriptures that you will not find traditionally in the 66 books of the Bible. And specifically tonight, I wanted to talk to you guys about this term that is used heavily amongst the Christian community about being saved. I just wanted to give a little insight, a little backstory of how that came about and the possibilities of you being able to be saved. And for us to kind of get into that, we have to go back to the origin stories of Adam and Eve. If you are familiar at all with that story, we know that they sinned against God. The Almighty God had given them a command to not partake of a certain fruit, a certain tree that lied in the Garden of Eden. And they were able to have anything else, but that specific fruit and tree represented Satan and his fallen angels, and they were not to partake of it. If you know the story, they did rebel against God, and in their rebellion, it compromised our salvation and life everlasting. And so God pretty much told Adam and Eve that all the souls, as well as their own, when they died here on the earth, their souls will go down into hell and they would be tormented by the fires of hell, as well as all of their offspring and descendants that died after them. Their souls will also experience this. And so, the way that salvation was given and mercy that was given to us, how you're able to be saved, God pretty much told Adam and Eve that in 5,500 years' time of the death of Adam, that he would come and he would buy them back. And the way that that happened is that he would be born onto the earth, experiencing the infirmities of mankind and experiencing the infirmities of what it means to live here in the flesh. And he did that, and he came to live on earth as the Messiah, or who Christians call Jesus Christ. And so pretty much during his time here on earth, he gained a lot of following, he gained a lot of fame, he taught people how to live righteously. He healed a lot of sick people, a lot of demonic filled people. He also resurrected ones that had died. He resurrected them back to life. And in this fame, he gained a lot of haters, mainly through governors, mayors, and religious leaders at that time. Seeing a lot of the people were following away from the church and started to follow after the Messiah. And so they started, these religious leaders and these governors and mayors started to plot on the Messiah, and they plotted a death against him. And if you guys know, eventually he was imprisoned, he was beaten, he was mocked, and he was hung and murdered on the cross. And the account says that he died for 3 days and 3 nights. But there is a very detailed account by one of his followers that lived that you will not find in the traditional 66 books of the Bible. His name was Bartholomew. Bartholomew was given the eye and given as a witness to be able to see what happened to the soul of the Messiah during the time when he died for 3 days and 3 nights. So pretty much the account by Bartholomew says that he witnessed during the night hours the Messiah's soul vanished from off of the cross, and his spirit made its ways down into the deep layers of the earth. And as he's making his way down into the layers of the earth, there was a great rumbling of a voice that was heard throughout the whole earth. And when this voice was heard, it also followed a very massive earthquake that ripped the veil and ripped a crack into the church at that time in Jerusalem. And so pretty much the Bartholomew's witnessing the Messiah making his way down deep into the layers of the earth, and he makes his way onto the gates of hell. And behind the gates of hell, there were demonic entities that were holding up the gates of hell. One being Satan, of course, and another one being that held the keys to the gates of hell. His name was Sheol. And mind you, these demons were once angels in the heavens, so they were very familiar with the presence of the Almighty God. And so, unfortunately for them, they could not contain the light. They could not contain the presence of God, the Messiah. And so, with that, mankind was saved because the gates of hell were opened. And when the gates of hell were opened, Adam and all his descendants that were believers and tried to live a righteous life to the best of their ability, they were saved by the Messiah and they were taken up into a purgatory, what we know as the bosom of Abraham, which is like a holding place for saints that are awaiting judgment day. And so this is how the account came about of how it is that you are saved through the Messiah, dying and conquering death and taking back the keys of hell. And you're no longer, if you're a righteous one or a believer, having to experience the torments in the burning of hell. And so that's how you're saved. And I hope that this account has been of benefit to you. You can find these teachings in the gospel or the book of Bartholomew. And you guys have a good day.